Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite 5 purchases that I did in 2020. Now we all know 2020 wasn't the best year for everyone socially, mentally, spiritually, but I'm sure a lot of us did do more shopping than usual. Maybe, maybe not, but at least we're consciously aware that we probably did more shopping than usual. It might have not been the case for everyone because it has been a financially hard year for many, but I was kind of looking at what I bought each month just in 2020, and I decided to share with you my top favorite purchases of all time. I'm going to try to go of all time this year. I'm gonna try to go in order of what I bought them. Maybe, maybe not, but I will start off with the first one. And that was when the whole lockdown first started for us. At least for us here in the US, it happened in mid-March. And, you know, everyone probably try to be very ambitious with what they did, especially because we thought it was just going to be a couple weeks, a month, maybe a few months, and then it got extended. But I ended up purchasing the complete set of the Nanny. I was born in the mid-90s, but most of my childhood revolved like early 2000s. Like my memories are from maybe 1999, but 2000 and onward. And I grew up watching The Nanny. I would always stay up late to watch it, and I thought since it wasn't available on anything really, the lockdown situation was the best way to catch up on my favorite shows. It's not on any streaming device. They only have like 2 seasons, I believe, on the Roku channel, at least here in the US, and every couple of months they switched it out, and I ended up binge watching like season, I don't know if it was 1 and 2 or 2 or 3 and 4, because that's the way that they had it. And I was like, I just need to rewatch it. So I think this box set cost me like 50 bucks, but it was totally worth it. I haven't finished even watching it. I think I got to like season 4, and there's still 2 more seasons to go. And now that I'm officially on break from school and I have like 6 weeks off, I think I'm finally going to finish watching it. And it's just a great way to pass time, because I think everyone did a lot of binge watching and found themselves like, there's nothing on TV, there's nothing on Netflix, because we've been watching it even pre-lockdown. So buying the box set of like my favorite show, honestly my favorite show, it's just the humor is so me, and I love Fran Drescher, so I can't wait to spend the next 6 weeks with her and reliving my childhood memories. And just, the humor is my type of humor. So this was my top favorite purchase, or my first favorite purchase that I made back in April, I believe. The next purchase that I did was my Nespresso machine. This was back in July, and let me tell you, the quality of life for me has just increased slightly. I really like Nespresso. I love lattes. That's what I always get no matter where I go. And we normally had a Keurig, and my boyfriend's family always had Nespressos, and I just enjoyed you know, their Nespresso, and like being over there and using it, that I just bought the cheapest machine, and I have been enjoying it, especially because I'm going to, or I have been in school here, but my process was I'm going to be here longer than I expected in Arizona, so might as well make school a little bit better by getting the Nespresso machine, which is exactly what I did. I love the dessert flavors. I love the vanilla eclair. I do my half milk, half cashew milk with half stevia and half Splenda, and that is basically what I have as my first cup of coffee every day, and it fills you up. It's kind of helped with my weight loss because it fills me up for hours because of the milk portion of it, and the coffee is just, oh, I love it so much. Unfortunately, my family still prefers like Keurig, but actually not unfortunately, because Nespresso pods aren't the most affordable thing to do, so the coffee's all mine, and by far it was one of my favorite 2020 purchases. That is just, I can't imagine my life without it, I think, which is so ridiculous, but I think we would have gone through more Keurig pods, and my family would not be happy with a coffee bill if it wasn't for my Nespresso machine. My next favorite purchase of 2020 was in September, and it definitely has to be Miss Mabel. Hi, Miss Mabel. Oh, I love her so much. By far, this is probably the #1 spot, but because I'm trying to go in the order of when it happened. So we had talks, or we met her back in August, and then we took her home in September. And we got her from a breeder. We tried to do the adoption route. We did, but because of the world, like adoption in a shelter, but because of the situation, you had to have an appointment to even go meet the animals at the adoption center or at the shelter. And you know, this is my parents' house, and they had a lot of requirements for the dogs that they wanted because it's a smaller house and we already have another dog. She didn't want a male, and every time we would like a dog at the adoption shelter that met all of my mom's requirements, by the time that our adoption appointment would roll around, someone else already adopted her, and it was a first come first served thing. So then we started looking into breeders because we didn't want to do a puppy mill, and that's how we found Mabel's breeder, actually. And she has won all of our hearts. She's just a big, lovable, cuddable, is that even a word? She's just a big polar bear. She's the sweetest thing. Coco, who's in the corner, you know, she wasn't like the happiest when she first got here, but they love to play. It's not like nice playing, but it's not mean playing. They just like to bark at each other a lot. But yeah, it's a good company for Coco, who's getting old, and Maple, who's just a baby, so hopefully it'll loosen her up. But she's definitely everyone's favorite 2020 purchase. She's just so sweet. Like, she doesn't mind just being like here in my arms and being cuddled. Like, she's even getting sleepy. So Miss Maple Doodle over here, Maple the Golden Doodle, has been one of the best purchases of 2020. So another one of my September purchases that has also made the list was a pretty big deal if you remember the video, and that was my first Chanel bag. You know, she hasn't gotten the love that much because, you know, we're not going out. I have the chains inside just to protect the leather, but I even just bought like leather conditioner recently, and I gave her a polish, and she looks even better than before. There was minor scratches on the bag. I mean, this is a bag from like the early 2000s, so there's been a lot of wear. As you can see, like, there's a lot of love and a lot of wear at the bottom here, but I think the wear of it just makes me not scared to use it, and that's the whole point of like buying things, to actually use it. But you know, how could your first Chanel bag not be one of your loves, or a Chanel bag just in general? I always wanted a Chanel bag, but the classic flap and the typical diamond quilting was a little bit too formal for me, for where I am in my life. Not saying that I don't love it or anything, but I find that the vertical lines on this bag make it such more of a casual bag, as well as the chain where it's a little bit different, and I love this. It just is like, just dresses up your outfit. It is a dark chocolate brown, that I am deciding to keep it chocolate brown until it really needs a makeover, because I don't plan on ever like getting rid of this bag, just because they don't really come out with dark chocolate bags anymore. I love it. I think, you know, the wear on the bag doesn't look bad. The fact that there's like a lot of creasing, again, it makes me want to wear it, and or just it makes me not scared to use it. Not like, oh my god, she's a baby. And while she is lambskin and beautiful, like I really just did the leather conditioner yesterday, and I feel like a lot of the scratches that there were on the bag are completely gone. So it just shows that it just needed some TLC to look even better. Like, I did it when there wasn't daylight last night, and I had just let it to dry, and this bag looks so much better. I mean, yeah, if I look at if I really try to look at it, I can see where the remnants of the scratches were. But I'm just so impressed that like even this old Chanel bag, it's not even that old, it's not even like it's from the 90s, it's like early 2000s, that it could still look so great and the quality is still great after, you know, so many years. Like I've had bags like completely deteriorate in less time, so you can't beat the feeling of a Chanel as well as the quality that comes with it. So very happy about that. And she just had her little outing a couple days ago with my friend who's also like into luxury bags, so I don't feel like, oh my god, am I being so extra? So yeah, I love her. I do. I can like stare at her all day and admire her. Like I have not lost the, oh my god, my Chanel bag feeling at all for this bag. So, and last but not least, my last favorite purchase of the year definitely has to go to my L'Intervalle Prada boots dupe. I've actually am a combat boot lover. I've destroyed like 3 pairs of combat boots because I will wear them to death. Granted, I think it was like faux leather, so that's why they didn't last so long. But ever since last year, I really wanted like the Dior combat boots that looked really similar to this. And then the Prada boots became like really famous. And then since Dior didn't come back with the same design, I started loving the Prada boots. However, although I have quite a few pairs of designer shoes, there was just something about buying another pair of like boots that I know I'm gonna destroy rather than like it's gonna last me a longer time, like the shoes I have bought that are designer. It just hurt too much because I know I will wear my boots into the ground. So the fact that L'Intervalle, which is real leather, and they look really, really similar, there's only like a few little aspects missing from the Prada boots one, for only a fraction of the price, that was like very yay. I know this sentence probably did not make much sense, but that's how like passionate I am about it. I was just so happy that I got like lookalikes, and I feel like I rule the world when I wear these boots. I literally feel like I can crush any man under my feet. That's how these boots make me feel. Granted, they're not everyone's favorites because it's a very particular style, but Doc Martens aren't, there's just something about them that's not me. However, this goes with the type of style that I am. My dad says that I just need like a mullet and a punk rock shirt, and then I'm like a punk kid. But I'm like, no, I still make it look good. I still make it look girly, even though my dad doesn't love them. But again, crush men under your feet with these. So this is by far my last favorite purchase of 2020. My L'Intervalle, which I'm probably butchering it because I don't know French, Prada boot dupes. So those are my top 5 favorite purchases for 2020. Let me know down below what was your favorite purchase of the year, regardless of what it was and what the function was. I had from quarantine entertainment to fashion. So, oh, to coffee. Let's not forget coffee. So I would love to know what is something that you found definitely changed your life in 2020, whether it's like something super minor or super big. I would love to know. But I hope you guys are having a great rest of your day no matter where you are, and I will see you guys all on my next one.